The majority of public companies reporting their annual profits in the next few weeks, Ross, among them today, AGL, AMP and Telstra.
Yeah, they're big results, big companies coming out, and indeed big reactions on the stock market as a result of these. Let's just take you quickly through some of those. And the first one here is AGL, a loss of $2 billion compared with $1 billion profit last year. So a $3 billion turnaround. You can see revenues are down, energy prices are down right across the country. The dividend also down. It's actually paying a dividend despite losing money. It's lost a chief executive this year. The company says it's going to split in two. This is AMP, another troubled company we know, although the second half year profits were in fact higher here, although overall profits for the year down 28%. It's also got a brand new chief executive in place. And again, another split up of this company, AMP Capital, likely to be sold in the very near future. This is probably the standout of the day. This is Telstra, a net profit up by 3.4%. It doesn't sound like much, $1.9 billion, but the company will also give back $1.35 billion to shareholders in a share buyback. The dividend here, 16 cents. Now, the important thing here is that the income is down because it loses customers to the NBN under that contract deal. But that's now turning around. I spoke with Andy Penn, the chief executive, a little earlier and just asked him first off what Telstra would look like after the NBN customers have gone and as it starts to grow again. Here's what he had to say.
The first answer to that question is vastly different than we did 3 years ago as a consequence of the strategy that we've been embarked on. And as you said, we've really declared we've reached a turning point and we see underlying EBITDA grow in the second half compared to the first half. And then our guidance is for mid to high single digit growth next year. And I think all of the changes we've put in place, simplifying the business, digitising the business, really position us to take advantage of, the whole embracing of digital that we've seen in the world over the last 12 to 18 months.
Because one of the aspects of this is that many of your customers use your services and get phenomenal growth from their businesses. And one of the things that's always been frustrating, I know, to you as the chief executive, is that you can't somehow share in that growth that many of your customers achieve.
That's right, Ross. But having said that, whilst it may be a frustration, it's our problem to solve. And that's very much what we're focused on doing. And how do we solve that? We solve that by actually offering services above the layer of the network as we increasingly do, and really helping enable our customers get the best out of the digital opportunities available to them today. How do they move their business services to the cloud? How do they protect themselves from a cybersecurity perspective? How do they use this new world of the Internet of Things, where you can connect things that are not mobile phones to try and improve automation and robotics? And in fact, on the Internet of Things, this year, we connected a net new 900,000 devices to the network. So that was pretty impressive. I can remember the days when we would connect more phones than things. Now we connect more things than phones.
So that there is Andy Penn, chief executive of Telstra. But the stock market, I guess so, treated that very kindly. The stock in Telstra was up almost 4% today, which is a good jump for them. Now, going across the overall market, it was a record stock market again at the close, up by 3 points. But look at this, Rio Tinto was off significantly today. And the reason for that, it went ex-dividend. At the end, the shares down almost 10%. GrainCorp, on the other hand, the grain marketing company, up 11%, upgrading its profits. QBE put profits out today. Very, very strong. And off the back of that, the other big insurer in Australia, IAG, Insurance Australia Group, up by 6%. But what you can see here, Kieran, depending on what the results are, the outcome on the stock market can be very, very different.